guys, welcome to WrestleSlam, the podcast brought to you by Manscaped.com. And we're joined by Jura, Liz, Phil for a massive episode. And yes, it is Clash at the Castle week. The two lucky buggers below us will be there in attendance, Wales. And they're looking forward to it. Now, guys, for the typical Irish fan, for the hardcore Irish fan, it's really, really fucking hard to get to Wales, isn't it?
It is very fucking hard to get to Wales. We're actually flying into Bristol, and we're getting the bus from Bristol into Cardiff. And then we're flying back from Cardiff to Dublin.
To Dublin, Jesus. And like, if it was Edinburgh, if it was London, if it was Manchester, if it was Liverpool, if it was Birmingham, if it was
fucking Rome.
If it was Rome, it would be a direct flight. But because
somebody build a fucking bridge straight across and you'd be there in fucking 4 hours.
Oh, how long is it from Bristol?
About an hour and a half.
An hour and a half, yeah.
That's
you could drive an hour, like, if you had a car, like, but about an hour and a half in the bus, which isn't bad. Like.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But you're jumping through loopholes to be there. How's the excitement building? I know Tom is going and there's a couple of people going, but look, it's going to be class, isn't it?
Yeah. It's been a while. It's not the same build up as WrestleMania, like, because that's you're flying off the American stuff to get, like, but it's going to be, I'd say it's going to be a hell of a fucking show.
Yeah.
And they're absolutely teasing stuff as well, guys. Look, obviously they're keeping so many teams tight-lipped, but it looks like it's going to be a really, really explosive pay-per-view.
Definitely. I can't remember the last time I was this excited for a pay-per-view. If I'm honest, you know, we're always like humming and hawing, and sometimes we won't really care about the cards and stuff, but there's just been such a huge U-turn with this, or a 180-degree turn with this. It just, the excitement, you can feel it, you know, you see it on all social media, TV, even like there's just fresh air after being breathed into the whole product. It's so exciting. Aside from the whole thing itself, it's just wrestling in general is exciting, but cannot wait for this weekend, because as you said, you know, you just don't know what's going to happen or who's going to turn up. And
it's Triple H's first, probably his first official pay-per-view where he's, you know, going to have control of everything. So you know, I know they're hemming and hawing about the finish of Roman and Drew, like, so they're, you know, could go either way, or could be surprises, or, you know, anything could happen. You know, Austin Theory still has the briefcase. I don't think he's going to cash in, like, but you know, somebody may stop him, or, you know, there's so many things that Triple H wants to accomplish, and this, you know, this is his first show, you know, proper pay-per-view, so he's going to want to make a massive impact with it.
I love that. Now, you say, you know what I mean, there's so many speculations about the finish. Now, we've seen Twitter go mad. There's scenarios with Kevin Owens, scenarios with, what was it, 18 months ago? I think they cost Kevin Owens a title or something. Look, but we'll get to that in a sec, but it's scenario-wise, it's going to be incredible. I'm looking forward to talking about that. So I'm going to go straight into Clash at the Castle, because, look, people want to hear our predictions. They want to know who we're predicting to win, who we're predicting to come back. So the thing I like most is the returns, okay? Now, Phil, can you see a wrestler or any wrestler return? And we have seen on WrestleLink.com this week on many sources that apparently they're talking to Braun. Yeah. So we might see him back again. There's heavy rumors that Bray Wyatt is going to come back. There's a bit of history there. And a scenario, you know, with the whole Roman thing and Heyman and this and that. Look, so first of all, can you see a wrestler or any wrestlers come back and return or debut at Clash at the Castle?
You'd like to think so, surely. I suppose the one that comes across my head is Bronson Reed, because he put up that tweet. Please do not DM me for interviews. I'm not doing them.
Yeah, that was today. He put that up, didn't he?
Yeah, he put that up today. Yeah, so I'm guessing in a minute he's coming.
And is that a bit of a surprise, or does he definitely have the potential?
Superb. I'm delighted he's come back. He offers so much.
Yeah,
so different to everyone else they have on the roster.
Yeah, love it. Like, what's your thoughts on Braun? Look, apparently they're talking to him. Is he missed? Is this something that you like to see happen?
I haven't missed him.
Jesus.
No,
whatever you do, like.
No, but generally he is loved by fans. But I just think he was just so badly kind of pushed wrong, and he just became stagnant, I suppose.
Yeah,
They didn't
yeah.
pull the trigger on him when they
Yeah.
had the chance.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was it. That was their only chance to pull the trigger on him. Since then, it's just, well, he's had 8 matches in 2 years or something like that, or whatever.
Yeah,
You know,
he's just been working out and doing his thing, like.
oh, he's a fucking beast, like, you know, and all fair fucks to him, like, you know, he's doing pretty well, like, but, you know, why not come back? He's still, are they engaged? I mean, he's got out with Raquel
Rodriguez, there
or
you go.
Gonzalez or whatever you call her, like, so,
Yeah.
you know, bring the couples back together again. You never know, make them a powerhouse. You know, I don't really like couples being in teams together on TV, like, but the two of them could dominate a whole division between them.
Yeah.
I agree. And look, I think the one that we're all intrigued with is obviously Bray Wyatt, aka The Fiend. Now, I'm a massive Bray Wyatt fan. I've loved both characters. I didn't like the way he got, squashed by Goldberg that time, and they kind of built so much momentum. Obviously, he got beat. But Jory Elizabeth, is that something you think is going to happen? Is The Fiend Bray Wyatt? Look, there's rumors. He's teasing the audience. Now, we don't know. He could be taking a shit for all we know, coming soon. And he's in the middle of taking a shit, and he's waiting for it to drop. But look, is it just a case of he's going to come back? Is it going to happen? Or is it like, no, we don't give a fuck anymore?
Oh, I do hope so. I really, really hope he does, because honestly, I will lose my shit if his entrance theme plays at that stadium. I think the whole stadium will, because I've said it before and I say it again. My opinion, I think there is somewhat of a difference between your average European wrestling fan and your wrestling fan elsewhere. We really, really get into the creative of things. We really get into the character of things. We like storytelling. We like silliness. We like shenanigans, as well as an appreciation for wrestling. We've probably one of the best indie scenes for wrestling in the world, particularly in Ireland and the UK. It's crazy. And I just think that he's a creative genius. You know what I mean? And he was such a loss. So I can't even imagine if he comes back, what's lined up. You know, there's just so much unfinished business with the Fiend character, I think, myself, you know. Yeah. I think it would be really, really cool as well if they, I afraid at the moment, I don't know about you guys, but I think Triple H is tying up a number of stories. He's kind of like trying to tie up a lot of loose end stories that were being told. And we were all kind of left like, what the fuck happened here? Somebody was released. We don't know what's going on. So I think it would be really, really cool if he came back and acknowledged Alexa Bliss first and then went on to his next thing after what she done to him at WrestleMania, you know?
Yeah. No.
I'm going to say Survivor Series, he'll be back.
Interesting.
I think this main event, by the way, is going to be a good match, but it's going to be an absolute clusterfuck of a bookfest.
Yeah, it is. And like,
I can tell you now, it's going to set up something for War Games, is all I'm going to say.
You think so? Yeah. Who have you been talking to? Because there's a lot of your guys out there anymore now. So who's your source now?
There's going to be so much interference in this match. It's not even going to be funny.
Dial 444 or HHH.
You're going to have Austin Aries. He's going to try and cash in, but Johnny's going to cost him.
I hope they have a match, do they?
They don't. That's what I'm saying. He's going to cost him when he tries to. You're also going to see Karrion Kross interfere.
Yeah, there's six matches announced, but obviously we know Roman and Drew is the main event. But yeah, there's so many scenarios. So is it the case one scenario happens and then something else fucking happens and then something else happens?
Yeah, it's going to be a cluster, I think. Well, in a good way.
But who wins, Phil?
Roman Reigns, 1000%.
I don't think so. I think he's made it to the 2 years. Congratulations, our tribal chief. We're so proud of you and honored. But I think that he's made the 2 years now. Like, when are we going to see that feat again? So I think he could be dropping.
I think it's a good thing because I actually think Roman Reigns should lose every match until he fights The Rock, because then he has to beat him to get back his mojo.
Get back on top of the mountain.
Like Karrion Kross should beat him, and Bray Wyatt could beat him, and just takes things like that. Yeah,
no, it's going to be interesting. So many scenarios. If you have any scenario in your head, please tweet us at SlamWrestle, aka the WrestleSlam podcast Twitter page. We want to know your predictions. We want to know what you think is going to happen. So do tweet us and let us know what you think that scenario will be, because we're looking forward to seeing them all. So yet again, main event, Roman versus Drew. Liz, what's your outcome? Who wins and how does it happen?
Drew, but I am with Phil that I think there's going to be shenanigans in there somewhere, because I can see them putting this whole Karrion Kross thing on the back burner until Survivor Series. You know, so he's either going to make an appearance or he's going to cost something, or maybe a triple threat at Survivor Series, because Drew felt he didn't win fairly, if you know what I mean, that it wasn't his win that Karrion Kross cost Roman the match. But I'd like a clean win for Drew just to get closure on his WrestleMania moment that he didn't have during pandemic.
Yep, I agree. Jor, what's your prediction?
Yeah, I don't think it's, you know, Drew is the person to end this historic reign of Roman. But at the same time, like, you know, Drew pushed for this pay-per-view for years, like, and he's finally getting the main evented, and it would be a shame if he didn't get that, you know, title victory in front of the UK crowd, like in his home union, as we'll call it, not a country. So I'm torn between, you know, somebody like Cody Rhodes or somebody, you know, who needs that extra kick to be the next main event person, should be the person to dethrone Roman.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I think I'm going to say 1,000% Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I do feel like it's going to be Drew as well, because of the nostalgia and the whole atmosphere. It's going to be there. Like, it'll be amazing pop, like, if he wins. Like,
it'll be up there with that. Remember that, was it One Night Only there? Almost a riot when Bulldog didn't beat Michaels.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're going to be caught in the middle of it if Roman Reigns wins. Jesus Christ.
I'll leave my Irish flag at home, so.
Oh, if that happens, you just go for the nearest fucking exit. Leave Tom. Leave him, because Tom will want to be in the middle of the fight. Leave him. We're moving.
Revenge for Lansdowne Road 1994.
Oh, stop. I leave you there. I'll go without you. I will fucking go without you.
But sure, the Scots will help the Irish, you know.
Yeah. It's only a bit of fun. We'll just, you know, chase the Watch Culture boys out of the fucking stadium.
The Scots and the Irish teaming up against anyone else. Fucking hell. That'll be a scene itself. But I'm looking forward to it. As you say, guys, look, this event will also be live at the Macau Sporting Club in the heart of Cork City. It's the home of wrestling in Cork, and we will be screening that at the early time, I believe, of 6 p.m, Phil, yeah?
Yeah.
6 p.m. till...
Is there a pre-show at 5, is there?
Well, yeah, we'll say the pre-show at 5. There hasn't been a pre-show announced yet, but there will be. So 5 p.m. till, we're going to say, not late, till dinner time, till 10 o'clock, half 9.
Dinner time? What the fuck?
Yeah, look, when you have kids, dinner time's
supper time if you're from the north.
Chipper time, yeah. Takeaway time.
Supper, bowl of cereal and some toast and a cup of tea.
Oh, yes, it can't be the cup of tea. But we're looking forward to it, guys, and do check out Journalist Day. Will be there, so look, they'll have all the tweets going. So do check out their page as well. So look, guys, we have to mention 6 matches announced as we speak. So we have Liv Morgan, Shayna, we have Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka versus Bayley, Dakota Kai, and how would you is it Io Sky.
Yeah.
The match I'm looking forward to, guys, and I think it's going to steal the show. Gunther versus Sheamus. That is going to be fucking epic. You're just going to hear. You're just going to hear.
Chavo.
Oh,
Chavo.
Practicing now. Oh.
It's going to be.
That's all you're going to hear. The whole crowd is just going to go. Oh.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that one. Matt Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins, and that promo.
Matt Riddle. He's Matt Riddle.
He's back now to Matt. Yeah.
That's about time. And there's talk as well that Pete Dunne is going to be swapped back. There was rumors and sightings he was in his old gear during the week.
A fucking scrappy do.
Oh, stop! It's going to be a great match, and we have Edge and Rey Mysterio with Dominic Mysterio, which is going to be the turning point, I think, versus the Judgment Day. Are we going to see Rhea and Dominic hook up? That's the question.
I think it's not good. He's not going to turn on him.
They have to. It's Jesus. They're dragging the back bollocks out of this for years. They have to, like, do you know what I mean? They have to.
They're the best heel turn since CM Punk injured himself last week.
Which we'll get to in a sec. That was good. So yeah, there are 6 matches announced. I don't know if it's going to be a mini battle royal. I say they will do something like that for the fans. I think they're going to probably get as many superstars over as they can. So Liv Morgan versus one thing
there. Just one thing because on my head. Do you reckon Tyson Fury will make an appearance?
He's in the area.
He could. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be at the WrestleCon thing that's on there on Saturday morning. He's there's meet and greets with him on the Saturday morning before the show. So
Yeah. Logan Paul is in the UK at the moment as well.
Interesting. And there's a WrestleCon in Wales. Yeah, I didn't even know that. No, that's class.
It was WrestleFest. It's not part of the, it's not WrestleCon official. It's a WrestleFest thing. Like,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Bret Hart is the big name in it, and Tyson Fury.
Interesting. That's good. Good for the fans. Good for the fans. Very interesting. Now we have Liv Morgan, champion. She's got a big match, guys. Phil, what's the outcome of this match?
Liv Morgan, but I don't know how she wins.
Ronda.
I think Ronda's. Do you think Ronda's going to win? I think Ronda's going to win.
No, she's not in the match, though, is she?
No.
Oh, sorry, not Ronda. Fucking Shayna.
Shayna.
And to set up Shayna and Ronda. Yeah, to set up Shayna and Ronda because I want to see that match.
Did you see? There was footage there the other day. It was Shayna and she was wrestling with Ronda. They were doing stuff backstage on the mat and well, backstage in the ring before the event. Yeah. But it does look like something's going to happen between the two of them. But it isn't. Yeah, I think it'd be great.
For a long time, Shayna, when Ronda first came to WWE, she trained with Natty and Shayna. Like, they all trained together. Like, so, they know each other fucking, as well as anybody can know each other. Like, and the fact that they've never had a one-on-one match is fucking travesty.
Yeah, no, it is criminal. It is criminal. It's an interesting match. Look, I'm sure the fans will be happy to see Liv because look, she's got a big UK base as well, big European base, so that'd be interesting. Obviously, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka versus Bayley, Dakota, and fucking Io. I'm now looking at my notes. Io. I'm so used to the old names. That'll be an interesting match. There was a little rumor that Paige was going to make a one-off appearance just for, I don't know, just given the whole UK thing. She was there for so long, she didn't do much the last couple of years. So we might see a little appearance from Paige. Now, personally, I reckon she's gone. But maybe there's a one-deal agreement. She'll just make an appearance and that's it,
Did I see she's fighting somewhere? I see
her brothers were fighting in the UK? Yeah, she said she's going to come home and referee the match or something.
Yeah.
So that'd be interesting. Matt Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins. Now that promo where Seth was on about his wife leaving him and the kids, fucking
epic.
Epic.
That's the best thing that's happened on WWE since
it was so bitchy.
It was
awesome.
awesome.
It just shows you that Vince is gone.
Yeah. It's like I said it on Twitter about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I think somebody else said it afterwards. Like, but it's like Triple H is in Quantum Leap, and he's Sam Beckett, and he's going back to put right what Vince once put wrong. Like, he's fixing all these things that Vince fucked up. So keep going, keep leaping.
But there is little things that I'd like Triple H to get better at. Just small things.
Yeah, he's sure.
Jesus, Phil, the chair's hardly fucking warm. Would you give him a chance?
But no,
has Vince been texting you, Phil?
The bit where Edge arrived in the car.
Spreading fucking rumors.
This is not good shit, Phil.
What am I paying you for?
I think that Edge should have arrived mid-match.
There shouldn't have been a match at the start of the show. They should have had them just cut the promo, and then Edge shows up and they had a fucking blow off, and that would have been a hot opener.
Yeah. No, it would have been. It's I just fucking, I don't know. Like, I'm just excited. I think there's going to be a lot of surprises. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff happening. But I think Seth. I think Seth's in his head. I think Seth's going to get the win. He's taken a lot of losses recently. No, not just in general. I mean, like the last couple of pay-per-views. Like there was it three losses to Cody?
Yeah. He hasn't won a pay-per-view match in
donkeys.
I think he beats Riddle. I think he really beats Riddle.
I think he needs to win because it doesn't matter. It won't affect Riddle, I don't think, if he loses.
No, he's hot property. They've really worked Riddle well, lads, by the way. I'm going to say Matt Riddle now again because look, we're so used to Riddle. But
there is day as well that they're fighting in this last man standing match or something. And
yeah, I think they've done really well with Matt Riddle. I think Vince liked him. I think Triple H is going to love him because we know he loves him through the NXT brand. But look, interesting match. This one could be an absolute show stealer. Obviously, we mentioned Gunther versus Sheamus. I wonder how many whips will be in that. It's going to be fucking epic. So, like, roughly there's 6 matches announced. I reckon there will be a lot more pre-show. We might get a battle royal for the fans, which will maybe see Tyson Fury appear and do something. And obviously Edge, Mysterio, my prediction, obviously Dominic is going to turn on Ray. Prediction-wise for Sheamus and Gunther, Liz, who's going to win that match?
Oh my God, this is so tough. I mean, you would think it's Gunther who's going to win, but doesn't this make Sheamus a Grand Slam if he wins?
Ultimate Grand Slam.
Ultimate Grand Slam if he wins. So does he win with interference from the boys? And oh god, this is so tough to call. Like,
It is.
I'd be happy either way. I'd be over the moon for Sheamus. But obviously Gunther is fucking Gunther, like, do you know what I mean? And I hope to Christ the whole crowd starts going, Walter!
Start
You
that
know?
chant. Yeah.
Well,
Start that chant.
you got it, babes. You got it.
Like we get saying Walter.
Ideally, Gunther wins and he fights Brock at WrestleMania.
Ooh.
That would be fucking awesome.
Ooh. Chavo.
For the
Chavo.
title.
I
Chavo.
don't even have to be for the title, but just
Like, what I can see happening here is I can actually see Sheamus, right? Sheamus beating him and then losing the belt then at Raw to Gunther, you know?
you never know.
That could have a way.
Just to get the pop in the UK.
Yeah. Interference.
Sheamus is being pushed as a face. They were trying to push him as a face at SmackDown. He was trying to get the crowd behind him. Like, you know, Sheamus is very rarely been a face. But it's, you know, it's the UK crowd. They're going to get behind Pete Dunne and Rich Holland and stuff, like, so they can push the favorite side of thing. If Sheamus wins and Drew wins, they need to have that, you know, WrestleMania 20 ending with the two of them with the pyros and all that. Goosebumps.
Please give us that. The last time we've had that was a long time ago. I love that. That's a nice ending. Hopefully that happens. It's days away, guys. Days away. And it will be live at the Macau Sport Club Cork. And of course, journalists will be in attendance. It's going to be fucking epic. Prediction-wise, I think we're all on the same level here. I think there's a bit of a debate though between Drew and Roman. That's fair to say. There's 3 going for Drew, 1 going for Roman. I can see why Phil is going for Roman. I understand.
I love long reigns, and I want it to keep going.
Yeah.
I think I call them long reign.
You want to put your sass back in a fucking box, mate. What the fuck is up with you this week? Put your sass back in the box and roll that back up and put that back in the box as well. What the fuck?
What is in the box?
What?
Ask Mr. Charlie.
What's in the box?
What's in the box, Charlie?
Charlie.
What's in the box, Charlie? So obviously, guys, we have a midweek show, so we will talk about All Elite and stuff in due course. But I want to mention what happened recently via CM Punk. Is it a Rocky scenario, Jur? Is it the case of, look, he loses the match in a couple of seconds, he comes back on the mend, and he goes on a dominant display, or is Punk just simply past it?
I don't know if it's a work or not. I'm sure there's a work there somewhere, but he was legit injured, and maybe he's still carrying some sort of injury. But I don't think it's a good idea for him to come back a week later and then beat Moxley just like that. The Rocky scenario you're talking about, like, you know, during the montage and his coming back training like that, you know, during the film, you know, that happened over the course of fucking weeks and months, like, for him to be ready for the rematch, like, so. He has 10 days, like, and they're not showing anything. It's not like they're putting clips up on Twitter or YouTube that have, you know, he's back training and he's getting ready for this. And they haven't even announced stuff that's actually going to happen. Like, they still haven't said it's going to be a rematch. And, like, you know, we're like fucking 4 or 5 days out from the pay-per-view, like, which is supposed to be the main event, and they don't have the world title currently advertised in the main event. Even though Meltzer said it is.
Shocking.
Which is terrible. Absolutely terrible. It shouldn't be going off internet rumors from Meltzer, and people like to say, well, this is the main event. Well, why aren't you fucking advertising it as the main event? So,
well, what was the story with Rampage? Because people were absolutely I haven't seen it, but I saw people raging about
the House of Black losing the Dark Order.
No, like about the CM Punk thing, that they said they were going to show some footage. And
they showed footage of him being carried back.
Yeah.
Him saying it's gone, like, but the way he was talking is that, you know, it's worse than when he first injured it, so which makes even less sense for him to be able to come back fucking a couple of days later.
I don't know. It's interesting. Tony Khan's get a lot of heat at the moment, a lot of shit.
Why would Moxley even accept the rematch? Like, he squashed him at the end of the day, injured or not. He squashed him in 3 minutes.
Yeah, I feel we're very in the dark as fans, you know, where we could, you know, like, I don't know what I'm looking forward to tomorrow night in Dynamite. I don't know what I'm looking forward to on Friday in Rampage, because I don't know what's going on. It's very, very quiet. It's like they're I don't know, it's like their marketing and their media management has just gone off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
You know, and as you said, it's internet warriors that you're just, there's rumors going around and people just making up random shit in the hope of getting a like. And like, you can kind of see why they're doing it, but like literally nobody knows what is going on. As you said, we're a few days out from like their big event and we have no idea what's happening.
And the thing is as well, over in America, these pay-per-views are $50.
Yeah.
Right? Would you pay it if you don't know what the fuck's going on? You wouldn't.
That's very difficult.
It's probably fair to say that, and I'm not just saying this, and I'm the kind of guy that would catch up on things. I'd watch it the next day, or I'll watch it the day after that. But like all elite wrestling to me is have to take a massive dip. There's so much shit happening that no one knows. Now they have a fucking incredible roster, one of the best rosters you can imagine, a dream roster. And I was more hyped a couple of months ago than I am now. I feel as though they have all this talent, and they do not know what to do with it. You look at Miro. I know he's back, and he looked dominant there when he came back, and he looks like he's going to go on a fucking mission to become champion and all this. But you have the whole CM Punk thing. He's come back. It's not worked out well. There was pops. Moxley's back. He looks great. He's the champion, obviously interim to actual champion. I don't know what's happening with the women's fucking division. I'm
just going to get onto
disaster.
It's like I know the champion is, and I know what's happening. I know like what's what, but I just don't see enough of it, you know.
Well, they're getting a women's show apparently very soon.
Like Total Divas or a pay-per-view?
Or like a Raw, like
a wrestling show.
A wrestling show. But the problem is this just to appease fans who are unhappy with your current products.
Yeah.
But this is that you hit the nail right in the head there, Phil. Don't get me wrong, Tony's the driving force. Tony has the money. Tony has a lot of business experience, and be it a good thing or a bad thing, at the end of the day, Tony's a fan, right? If I'm a wrestling fan, I'm going to book it the way that I want to see it, right? You know what I mean? I'm not going to, I'm not going to please everybody, granted, but then when I run out of all the stuff that I want to see, and I have all the people that I want to have in my company, what do I do then? I've run out of ideas. I've no feuds built. Exactly. Have Cody and Brandy, who, aside from in-ring performers, had quite big roles backstage. Have they ever been replaced? Because what I know that is being booked at the moment, and what we're seeing quite a lot of, is the top boys.
Yeah.
Tell me what is Kenny, Chris, Jericho, and the Young Bucks? What exactly are they doing at the moment? You can tell me. Ask any other talent, you won't be able to tell me what they're doing, what their story is. Nothing. So there's definitely a tip in the scale, in the balance and scales, you know.
But even as you mentioned, Kenny Omega, like he came back, fucking great intro, great return. But like, what the fuck is he? Like, I know Brian Danielson is obviously facing Jericho. Omega, obviously he's back. They're obviously kind of quieting them into the I suppose fucking, you know, the main scene. Obviously, you know what I mean. He's not going to be rushed. He was out for, how long was he out for? Was it a year?
Yeah, Omega was out for 9 months.
10 months, yeah.
9 or 10 months, yeah.
So like, I don't know. I'm really pissed off.
As I said last week, he's got 6 months left on his AEW deal.
Yeah, well, we know it's in Chicago, September 4th. I don't know. I like, obviously, look, Jericho's doing his thing.
I tell you one thing, right? They need to just concentrate and put on a good show with a good length and forget about these 5-hour pay-per-views.
But the only match I'm looking forward to so far, right? Obviously, you've got so many matches, but like, to me, it's the Fatal 4-Way.
The women's Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, so it was Tony Storm, Britt, Jamie Heather,
and
Shida.
Yeah. Ruby Soho wasn't even in it, then she didn't even get a chance.
There you go. Obviously, you have the casino ladder match. That's something I always like because it's just cheesy. Jade's obviously fighting
Ember Moon, Latina.
Yeah, Ember Moon. Yeah.
Probably the only thing that has a bit of story behind it.
It's the only thing that, you know, an actual champion, you know, forget the Fatal 4-Way because the champion is injured, but Jade Cargill's defending her title.
Yeah.
Don't get me. She's going to lose. She's going to lose that belt, lads. I'm telling you.
Yeah. But like, she's defending the title. The world title's not being defended currently on the pay-per-view. The TNT title, Wardlow is in a fucking triple or a 6-man or trios, whatever you want to fucking call it, match. FTR. They're all champions and they're not even defending their titles. Like
the trios titles They're not being defended on that, are they? And they're not. The final is on that, is it?
Finals on that, yeah, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was tomorrow night.
It's the Dynamite final tomorrow night, and then
To be
Rampage
confirmed,
final
yeah.
Friday, and then the winners.
Right, okay, that's fine. I was like, oh my god, don't tell me the trios is not.
Come
Oh,
on,
I'm chilled now.
That's going to be a hell of a match, though. United Empire.
Oh, fire.
Yeah.
But why? Because the people who are in it. Do you know what I mean? It's not because of a big built-up story. No. This story has been built up outside of AEW. You know, it's yeah, exactly. You know, it's their history and their skills and shit like that are coming out. This hasn't been built up by AEW.
Yeah,
There's no structure.
I don't know. It's just it's fucking as you said, you have so much talent, right? And there was so much. The potential's there. Like, I'm not trying to say there's no potential there, but just you just don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously, I knew Jericho off the top of my head. I knew Jericho and Bryan Danielson were going to go at it. Knew about the Fatal Four because I seen something on Instagram the other day. I generally believe Jade's losing the belt because she's not doing enough of it.
Yeah, but I think Tony Khan's such a mark that he's going to go off this Camille storyline that's going on, and she still has it for like 2 years.
I don't know.
Camille has that long title reign and power.
Yeah. I
think she's
going
to be the same.
The streak thing of Goldberg, like, you know, they're like.
Yeah, she won't lose it.
I think she wins the women's title and keeps that title, or wins both of them.
Right.
Wins both of them.
Yeah.
Which she should have been in this match in the first place, the Fatal 4-Way. She should have been in that because, you know.
This match has been done to make Jade way better a performer because Athena is so good.
Yeah.
No, it'll be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, look, the winner of the Casino Ladder match, they get a title shot, don't they? World title shot.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not MGF.
Well, if he's going to come back, it's probably going to be no, like, you know what I mean?
If he does a Brock Lesnar on it, it'd be hilarious. If he comes up with a Raw date.
It'll be sick. I'll always remember that. But it's interesting, guys. That will be on this weekend as well. So we have a massive weekend of wrestling.
There's one thing, because we that kind of bothered me, but on Raw, right? Did Aaliyah pin the wrong girl?
Yeah.
In that time?
Yeah.
No, but they already called it out, like, because Dakota Kai's already called it out on Twitter and saying, you know, that's they want a rematch or something. But
were you shocked that they won, lads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm not as much as I should be.
Yeah, no, I was shocked. Because I thought, you know what I mean, Triple H bringing back the girls. I thought there, you know, I thought Dakota and Io.
Yeah.
We're going to win, but
they'll probably say a rematch now next week.
Yeah, but fair play to Raquel. And Aaliyah. I think I wasn't expecting it. I really wasn't, you know.
Next Monday's Raw is going to be a hell of a show, I think.
Yeah.
They're not doing the draft, but, you know, it's going to be like, you know, after WrestleMania kind of show where they're going to have a lot of people making, you know, debuts or comebacks. You know, Sasha and Naomi are scheduled. They're actually listed on the internal roster again backstage.
Yeah.
I think they were never removed, were they?
They were for a bit, I think.
They were for 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, they're back on the list again now, so they're definitely making a comeback.
What's the story with SmackDown? Because SmackDown, obviously, they're in Wales. Is it in America?
They taped it last Friday. They done a double taping. So we know what happened. We won't spoil anything other than Pete Dunne wearing a singlet.
Yeah. Interesting.
Spandex, all spandex.
Nothing at all.
But it's a big week. Jar, Liz, we're looking forward to all the updates. Keep them coming. And as you say, Phil, we'll be sat. We will be upset that we're not there, but we'll be there.
Keep an eye out for us. We'll try and give you a wave.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye out. So keep an eye out for Jar and Liz.
What sign were you going to hold up?
Ooh, cowboy shit. I'm just joking. We're here.
Vince was here.
No, we're not. They'll take them off, yeah. We'll have to come up with a really good sign now. Or we could just hold Tom up.
Cut us a tattoo.
You could hold Tom.
Simon, give us an up.
Make sure Thomas behaved over there now, and he's not a.
You're fucking better after the last time. I tell you this much for nothing.
Tommy, 2 pints.
Tell him hold his drinks in case he spills them over the kids. Mommy!
He's not bringing the briefcase this time, so he's not cashing in on them.
But where's the NXT show on? Is that back in London?
Not in Orlando.
Oh, is it okay?
Oh yeah. It's in the Performance Centre on Sunday before All Out. It was actually on at like 5 o'clock in the evening or something.
9, I think. 9
Well,
p.m. our time.
Their time is like 5 o'clock in the evening. Their time, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
5 American. I think it's going to be taped, to be honest with you.
yeah, but they'll all be on a flight straight after that, so back to America for Raw Monday. There's no doubt
Yeah.
about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'd say so. They're
Sure.
doing in sorry, Jerry.
No, you said something. Sorry.
On in Cardiff, we were just looking there today, and hopefully, I'm hoping we're going to make it on Saturday
Oh,
in
we'll-
Cardiff Castle from 9 until 5. They're doing it on the Saturday, and they're doing it on the
Friday.
Sunday.
Friday evening.
Okay, one of them, but they're definitely doing it on the Saturday. And in Cardiff Castle, they're going to have all Undertaker memorabilia laid out from the 30 years. So really looking forward to that. Rumors of maybe like his throne and some of the caskets and stuff like that they have in their storage. So yeah, that's going to be really, really cool. So hoping to get some good shots in there, aren't we?
Love it. Are they doing an access? They're doing any little meet and greets? They might announce it that week, but
I don't think so. I think there's more they're doing some appearances in like Smith's Toys and stuff like that now, like, but to Seamus and you can wave at him but you can't go near him. And it's there's one whereas they're doing like the fucking what is it? The meet and greet upgrades are out now, like, but they're like 250 quid, and I'm like, no way, buy it's a 5-week month, not a chance. So but I'm not definitely going to go to the castle for sure.
Hang outside Starbucks and near the stadium and
Yes.
bump into somebody.
When you're not looking for him, you'll be surrounded by him.
Look what happened today with Jerry walked past Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
There you go.
And you didn't get to meet him.
fuck's sake. There was two people looking at this guy, and I was like, fuck, what are they looking at? I could have looked. I was like, he looks familiar.
See, it's
Orlando
pointy ears
fucking-
and the long blonde hair.
Fuck's sake. Joys of it. But anyway, guys, we're going to wrap up the show. We really appreciate you tuning in as always. Do check us out on YouTube. It's a WrestleSlam podcast. We're also on Spotify. Type in the WrestleSlam podcast. We're on Twitter, and do keep an eye on the Twitter page throughout the weekend, guys. It's going to be massive. We'll have lots of updates. We'll be at the Macau Casino. And don't forget, the show is brought to you by Manscaped.com. Do check out the 4.0 package. The promo code is WrestleSlam. From myself, Jerry, from Phil, from Liz, and from Joe. We'll catch you all soon. Enjoy Clash at the Castle. We'll be back for a midweek show during the week. Goodbye. God bless and be safe.
Bye.